Good morning, John. I hope you're doing well today. Have a seat.
Good morning. Thank you. I'm doing fine. How about you?
I'm good, thank you. Now, I understand you wanted to discuss something regarding your compensation. What's on your mind?
Yes, that's correct. I've been with the company for a few years now, and I believe my performance has been consistently strong. I've achieved or even exceeded the targets set for me, and I've been a part of some successful projects. I was hoping we could discuss the possibility of a salary increase.
I appreciate your candidness, John. Let me start by saying that we value your contributions to the team. Before we dive into the details, could you provide me with some specific examples of your achievements and the impact you've had on the company?
Certainly. Over the past year, I managed to secure 3 major contracts that significantly contributed to our revenue growth. I've also consistently met or exceeded my monthly sales targets, and I believe my efforts have played a role in enhancing the company's market presence.
That's great to hear, John. It's clear that you've been making valuable contributions. I also see that you've completed several professional development courses in the past year. How have those influenced your performance?
The courses have been instrumental in keeping me updated with the latest industry trends and sales strategies. I believe that staying current with industry best practices has positively impacted my performance and, consequently, the company's success.
It's evident that you've been proactive in enhancing your skills. I'm curious, though, what prompted your request for a salary increase at this particular time?
Well, aside from the increased responsibilities that came with the successful projects, I've also noticed that the market average for my role has increased over the past year. I did some research, and it seems that the current market value for my position is higher than my current salary.
Thank you for sharing that information, John. It's valuable for us to understand the external market context. Now, our company has a structured approach to salary reviews. Performance, of course, is a significant factor. Can you help me understand your performance goals for the upcoming year?
Absolutely. I plan to continue exceeding my sales targets and exploring new business opportunities. I'm also aiming to mentor some of the newer members of the sales team and share the knowledge and experience I've gained over the years.
It's good to hear about your plans for the future. I'd like to assure you that your dedication and performance are recognized. However, we also need to consider the overall budget and the financial health of the company. Let me consult the recent budgetary reports and projections to see what flexibility we have.
HR manager takes a moment to review financial reports.
John, based on our current budgetary constraints, there is some room for adjustments, but it's essential to find a balance. How much of a salary increase are you seeking, and do you have a specific figure in mind?
I've done some research, and considering my achievements, the market rates, and my added responsibilities, I was hoping for an increase of around 15%.
I appreciate your transparency. A 15% increase is a significant adjustment, and I want to be honest with you about our budget constraints. I believe we can find a compromise that recognizes your contributions while also aligning with the financial parameters of the company.
I understand the budget constraints, and I'm open to finding a middle ground. What options are available, and how can we work towards a solution that benefits both parties?
I'm glad to hear your willingness to find a solution together. One option could be to implement a phased approach to the salary increase. Instead of a 15% increase all at once, we could consider a more gradual adjustment over the next 2 or 3 performance review cycles. This would allow us to align the increase with the company's budgetary considerations.
That sounds like a reasonable approach. Can we discuss the timeline for these phases, and what criteria will be considered for each phase?
Certainly. We can structure it in a way that aligns with our regular performance review cycles. I suggest we revisit this discussion during your next annual performance review. At that time, we can evaluate your achievements and contributions over the past year and determine the appropriate adjustment.
That makes sense. I appreciate your flexibility in finding a solution that works for both of us. Can we also discuss the possibility of additional benefits or bonuses tied to specific performance milestones?
Absolutely. Performance-based bonuses are a great way to further align your compensation with your contributions. Let's explore setting up a bonus structure that rewards exceptional performance on key metrics. This could be an effective way to acknowledge your efforts while also providing motivation for continued success.
That sounds like a positive step forward. I'm glad we're able to have this open discussion. It gives me confidence that we can find a solution that benefits both the company and me.
I'm glad to hear that, John. Open communication is key, and I appreciate your professionalism throughout this conversation. I will work on the proposal for the phased salary increase and the performance-based bonus structure. We can reconvene in a couple of weeks to review the proposal and finalize the details.
Thank you, HR Manager. I appreciate your time and consideration. I look forward to continuing this discussion and working together towards a mutually beneficial agreement.
Likewise, John. Thank you for bringing this to our attention, and I'm confident that we can reach an agreement that recognizes and rewards your valuable contributions.